In order to perform the experiment on astable multivibrator using 555, let's see the theory behind that one. So you can see this is a circuit diagram for astable multivibrator using 555, where we can see two resistors are there bypassed with a capacitor. So we know in the stable it will continuously toggle between high and low VCC and ground. So we need to assume some state at the moment. Let us say initially I assume that the output is high for the time being. As we know, when the output is high, the internal discharge transistor which is connected to Q bar will be low. And when the base of that transistor is low, that transistor will be off. So when the transistor is off, it means this pin 7 will act as an open circuit, and thereby this capacitor will get a path to charge. So this capacitor will charge through this path. So during this charging time, it will charge through R1, R2 and through C. So we can say the time constant will be 2 resistors into capacitor. Now the capacitor voltage is increasing. So now the capacitor voltage is increasing. The time will come when the voltage at pin 6 will become greater than 2/3 of VCC. As we know, this threshold pin is connected to the upper comparator C1, whose output is connected to the reset of the RS flip-flop. So as soon as the pin 6 goes, or the voltage at pin 6 goes above 2/3 of VCC, upper comparator will be high and it will reset the flip-flop, thereby the output will become low. So now the output is low. So you will see during when it is charging, capacitor is charging, when it reaches a 2/3 VCC, it will switch its state from high to low. Now what will happen? When the Q is low, output is low, Q bar will be high. Now in this case, the internal discharge transistor whose base is connected to Q bar will turn on due to Q bar is high. So as soon as that transistor is turned on, this path will be, you can say, shorted. That path is shorted. So now the capacitor voltage will decrease. Now this capacitor is getting a path to discharge through this path. Okay. So now the capacitor voltage is discharging with time constant R2 into C. Now during the discharging time, R1 is not coming, but only the R2. So with this discharging time, and now the capacitor voltage is decreasing because it is connected to ground, we can say. As the capacitor voltage reaches to near about 1/3 of VCC, when it goes below 1/3 of VCC, due to this pin 2 trigger, the voltage at pin 2, when it goes below 1/3 of VCC, it will turn on, or you can lower comparator will be on, which is connected to the set of the flip-flop. So thereby the output will goes to high, and it will change from its low state to high. So it will eventually, the capacitor voltage will charge and discharge between 1/3 of VCC and 2/3 of VCC, thereby giving us a square-like pulse. Now here, if you can observe, there is a charging time and there is a discharging time. If we have already seen in the derivation that charging time or on time is coming out to be 0.693 R1 plus R2 C, and discharging time, or we can say off time, it is coming out to be 0.693 RBC, and the total time period T is TC plus TD, which comes out to be 0.693 R1 plus 2 times R2 into C. And when we take a reciprocal of this, we get frequency. So frequency is coming out to be 1.44 R1 plus twice R2 into C. So we can observe that the frequency is inversely proportional to the values of resistor as well as to the value of capacitor. So we can increase or decrease the frequency by changing the different resistors or capacitors. Now this we need to verify with the practical.
So after completion of the complete circuit diagram, you can observe this 555 IC, when it is used as a stable multivibrator, it is giving us high and low as a output. So one LED we have connected to pin 3 with respect to ground as a normally off load, and the another LED we have used from in between pin 8 and pin 3 as a normally off load. Okay, so alternatively both the LED will turn on and off. Here the resistor RA is used of 2.1 kilo ohm, RB is used of 21 kilo ohm, and at present the capacitor is 470 microfarad. So you can see it is very slow. That speed, or we can say the frequency of oscillations, we can increase by lowering the capacitor. Let us try for that one. I will use 100 microfarad, and you can observe that this frequency will be higher. Now the capacitor 470 microfarad is replaced by 100 microfarad. Now you can see the change in the frequency. The frequency is little bit increased. Similarly, you can change the RA or RB, or even you can put a potentiometer in between resistor of RA or in between resistor of REB. So as we know, the frequency of oscillation is given by 1.44 divided by RA plus twice RB times C. So
the output of stable can be shown in the CRO, but as we are not having CRO at this moment, we can show the output by means of LED. So output can be connected here as shown here. We can say if this is the output at pin 3, we can give LED in series with a current limiting resistor. So you can observe this will act as a normally off load. So normally the output is low, so this LED will remain off. When it will be high, then this LED will glow. But there is another way to connect the LED, so that we can connect it to this VCC or pin 8. Here LED in series with a resistor. So this will say a normally on load. Why? Because normally it is low, and as it is connected to VCC, this LED will be forward bias and this will remain on. So what we can see here as shown, two LEDs connected in such a way, this will alternatively turn on and off. So one LED will be on at a time and another at another time. The output of this can be given, or it can be used to turn on some AC supply load by means of using the relay. As shown here, this electromagnetic relay, which is coming in the cubical shape, which comes in different ratings. So we are using a 5-volt relay. Here you will observe 5 pins are there to the relay. This center, in this pin, 3 pins, this center pin is a common pin. It is a common terminal, and in between this there is a coil. So here this coil, we are supposed to give it to the output of this 555, but as we know the relay requires a little bit higher current. So for that, such driver is needed. So we have used here transistorized driver. Output of this 555 through this 1K register and suitable transistor, here it is shown 2N3 and 904. We have used BC548 in our practical. Through this transistor to the collector, we have connected a relay. Now in order to avoid the problem when at a time, suppose the power supply is switched off or turned off, there may be a problem to the relay. The magnetic field stored in a relay can damage this 555 IC or transistor. For that, this freewheeling diode is connected. So we know if all of a sudden power supply goes off, the magnetic field stored in this coil will be down through this freewheeling diode, and thereby this other circuitry will be protected from excessive high current. So such things are can be used. And now between this pin and this pin and this common pin, one will be normally closed switch. You can see this is a normally closed, and there will be another switch which is normally open. So totally this circuit will look like this one, where through this driver we have connected the relay. So you can connect the two different loads to one to NO and one to NC, normally closed. In our experiment, we have connected to normally closed. So what we see, without giving the trigger to this normally closed, due to this normally closed switch, the lamp will be glow. It will remain on without the trigger pulse. Once we give the trigger, this NC will be converted to NO, and thereby this LED or this lamp load will be off for a time decided by 1.1 RC.
Here, in addition to LED, we have connected a relay also through the transistor driver. Here you can observe a transistor BC548 and this relay is used and it is given to the output of this astable. So alternately, as we have used a normally closed switch of the relay, you can see the alternately turn on and off of LED and the lamp load. So this lamp load is connected to the 230 volt and you can observe that they are alternately turning on and off. So you can connect the relay for any AC supply load which runs at high voltage, but just due to relay you can use it and control it with the low voltage of 555 or any other circuitry.